I guess real quick on each one of you, you know, kind of let us know, I guess, how everyone kind of got into music. I mean, everybody takes that for granted or whatever. I guess just a little bit how everyone kind of got started or what inspired them to become and do what you guys are doing.
Okay, I guess I'll start this one. I've been in music since I can remember, since I was a little kid. I played pretty much every instrument to one extent or another. Growing up, vocals just seemed to be a comfortable thing to me to start with. As far as being in a band, I think I was in my first band in 1992, and I've been in one ever since. I can't see myself not being in a band, to be honest with you. I love music that much, so that's pretty much. I mean, I can sit here and list the many different bands, but I've been doing it for a long time, and yeah, I just love music.
You, Scott?
Well, I think the shirt says it all, huh? 1976. Guess rock and roll over. That's what did it for me. Yeah, I think I'm probably one of a few 100,000 people that particular band ended up, turning people onto music. Myself, as far as guitar goes, I was a late bloomer, in more ways than one. But late bloomer there, and the guitar thing, late bloomer and getting into bands. It was 90. I want to say 95, I think, was my first band, first real gigging band anyway, with Bad Horsey. And then other than that, 3, 4 other bands between here and there and around the block, and here we are today, ready to take and go another round, see what happens.
Because I love it. And just from back up real quick on what you said there, it's like I think if you just definitely have a love and a passion for music, I know in a couple different aspects of even my own personal life, trying to walk away, if you have it, it kind of happens whether you kind of want it to or not. Sometimes you're meant to do a certain thing.
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely believe that.
I don't know if you want to say faith or destiny or whatnot, but definitely, sometimes definitely things keep pulling you back in if you have that pure love and dedication to something that's important to you. Definitely.
I guess just like every child, they need something to bang on or to play or something like that. So that's how I kind of started out. And I was actually playing live when I was 14. My parents used to have to come with me to the gigs, and it was just like country jamborees and things like that. But I saw the people dance, and I was hooked right there. I was like, this is what I got to do. I just love it, and I guess that's why I still do it, because it's just in my blood, like Gary said, and it's there. So I think that's why we're all here, because we all just want to do it, have some fun, like Mike said. And so it started out when I was real young, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Including banging things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
God, I was kind of born into music. My whole family, my mother's side, my mother's side family is extremely musically talented, every single one of them. So I was kind of born into music. Every piece of my life has been revolved around music, some way, somehow, some form. Growing up listening to my aunts and uncles sing and perform and play, whether it be at holidays at at the grandparents' house, or going seeing them at a local place. I've always loved music. Got into playing music with the school band. I started off playing trumpet, although my passion was with drums. My father was a drummer, so I grew up listening to him play. So I've been in music my whole life. I don't know anything different. I don't know how to, nor do I want to know how to live a life without playing music or being involved in music somehow. So that's kind of where I came to get my musical background. It was born into me, I guess. I was born into it, and it's just stayed with me. And Scott just said, I can't imagine not playing, and I don't want to stop until I'm not able to play anymore, one way or another. So I love it.
Myself, I started playing guitar when I was 6. Had a relative who gave me an electric guitar, which was just, when you're 6 years old, that's just badass. Took lessons, you know, and much like Scott and probably everybody else here in some degree. Kiss came out, completely blew my mind, said that's what I want to do. It's like Belial started playing in covers. I was in bars by the time I was 14. Got out of doing cover bands. Spent about 10 or 12 years doing originals. Toured all over the Eastern Coast. Played with a lot of really amazing bands. Had just an amazing experience. Unfortunately, got kind of a pretty bitter taste of the whole corporate side of it. And finally decided in '97, I just got out of the scene together and ended up, you know, just focusing on my career. And it was this band, meeting Scott through my brother Tom from Pleasure Dome, you know, definitely sparked my interest in getting back in. At that point, I hadn't touched a guitar in 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a definite learning curve coming back in, but it was, you know, it's one of those things that had always been there. I just shelved it for a career. For me, music, I always felt like it was something I just kind of played around with. You know, I did the originals and all of that stuff, and it was all good fun. You know, and it came to a point where I had to begin to take different things in life a little bit more seriously. So I focused on the career. The career's been good, and then the opportunity with Scott was just a great chance to get back into it. You know, just ease in, have some fun, you know, re-experience all those good things about being back in music. So, and it's been an awesome ride so far.
Which kind of can bring me into my next question. A lot of people don't realize, to be able to sometimes get to the level that you guys are, to be fully functioning, where you guys do a lot of gigs and stuff, that it does take a little bit of time out of your personal life. And you know, there's not enough appreciation sometimes of like the people behind the people that get to do the music, being able to support their own musicians, their, you know, loved ones that get to go out there, because it does take out a little time from family and from friends, obviously, especially if you've been in a forming and gigging band for most of your life, being playing out. I mean, that's obviously the love has got to definitely be there, because that's taken out a lot of
it does.
a part of your life.
It takes up a lot of holidays that, you know, you wouldn't normally get to share with your family and friends. You know, everybody's going out Thanksgiving Eve and partying up with relatives that are in town, and you're the one that's up there entertaining them. So, you know, things like that. But again, the love of music just kind of takes over, and you don't even think about any of that when you're doing it. You know, and most of the time they're out there anyways. You know, so it definitely helps looking out and seeing their faces.
Have a good time.
Having a good time.
Not many people get to get out there and be able to, you know, show that for their families and stuff. You know,
absolutely.
It's a great honor. Great.
It is.
So definitely 2012 looks like a great year. Well, when do you guys hope to be out?
Well, we'll be out next weekend. Chris will still be with us through the month of February, which is basically, I guess, ending up next weekend. And Gary's slated on coming in for March 16th at Franny O's for the pre-St. Patrick's Day Bash.
Uh-oh, look out. So definitely be there.
So,
That'll be the day to definitely hit and to see the new. I'll definitely be there to check you guys out.
Yeah, it's going to be
in
a
the
good
front
night.
road.
It's going to be a good night.
So hopefully for lots of good things from you guys this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
More than you can imagine. More than you can imagine. It's going to be a good year.
All right. I'd like to thank you guys all for being able to, you know, get together and share this with me, and also hopefully get out to the people and be able to give them the appreciation and love of some support for the local music.
Yeah.
And hope to see you guys all out there this year.
Excellent.
I'll be there.
Thanks, Axel.
thank you.
All right.